Yo, we back at it with the back at it. It's your boy Tony Fuller
And your boy AJ Fuller.
back with BK Podcast, BK Sports Podcast. So after we're on post week 1 now, and post week 1 is overreaction Monday normally, but obviously we're not recording on Monday. So overreaction week. So people like to take game 1 and go to the best possibility and the worst possibility and give a synopsis on what they think will happen on the whole season. Like, obviously, we know Joe Burrow and them didn't have such a great game, so people are, oh, they're trash now. No, that's not the case. Or somebody have a great game. Oh, they're the greatest team in the world. No, pump breaks. So we're gonna start out this week of overreaction week. We're gonna start it out with the best performances as far as the players all together, and the best performances as far as the rookies go for the week. Start you out with one.
Week 1, I hate to say it, but Tua Tagovailoa, he carved us up. Man, he went crazy. I don't know if he had needed a little redemption from last year, but he went in. So I put him and Tyreek together, of course, because they the quarterback and wide receiver duo. Tua he was 28 for 45, completion percentage of 62%, threw 3 touchdowns, had an interception, but I think that was a pass interference in the end zone to J.C. Jackson, and he had 466 yards passing. Nah, that don't hurt, but he went stupid. I gotta give props to where it's due. And Tyreek Hill had 11 receptions for 215 yards. Like, we couldn't stop him to save our life, man. It was bad. Exactly. And we only lost by 2. So imagine if we had a little bit of defense. But they carved us up, man. They had a game plan. I don't know what our coach was doing, but they thought it would be good to single cover Tyreek Hill.
No, you got
with no safety help.
No, you have to double. You got to put cloud coverage.
Exactly. That's what we did last year, and it worked.
You can't man up. It doesn't work. He's too fast.
He made us pay for it.
It may pay for your mistakes.
Yeah, but I got an offense and defense. So defense, you already know where I'm going.
Yeah.
We're going with Jordan Whitehead. 3 interceptions on Josh Allen. Is this your king? Josh Allen, come on! Like, what were you doing on the field, man? Like,
I don't know. He think he Brett Favre, just throw the ball up every place. That's not how we play football now.
Like we said, he the best sorry quarterback I've ever seen. Like, his ups are way up, his downs are terrible.
Right. Like you sent me a text earlier today, said, or after the game, said maybe we need to take Josh Allen off the top 5. We could put him between 6 and 10, but not 1 to 5.
Exactly, 6 and 10, but not 5.
No, he could be at 6.
Yeah, we'll put him at 6.
Right, because I was telling Sharad, my wife, earlier today, that you just can't do that as a quarterback. Like, you can have all the attributes in the world. You can throw it 100 yards if you want to, but if you ain't got it up top, if you're making bonehead decisions, you can't be a top quarterback. You can't be a top 5 quarterback making bonehead decisions. And that's what he does all the time. In the biggest moments, he hasn't won an overtime game yet.
I was just about to say that.
You gotta win the tough game. You gotta win the big games to be a top quarterback, and he can't do it.
Exactly. You can't even beat the Jets with no Aaron Rodgers. So, like,
exactly.
As a quarterback, you can't beat them.
Exactly.
Come on.
And we all know how it is. I think them winning was more Josh Allen losing the game than the Jets winning the game.
Right. If you can't have that many turnovers and expect to win the game, everybody know that.
3 interceptions and a fumble.
Is that and him and these fumbles, man? He is terrible with them fumbles.
Yes, he is.
He tried to play hero ball, and he always fumble. He always get a ball up. Like last year when he gave the ball up in the end zone, he trying to win the game. He gave up a safety in the end zone. Well, actually, it became a touchdown, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. But the funny thing about Jordan Whitehead is he had 3 interceptions, 0 interception return yards. He just kept in the pick and falling where he
Like,
catch it.
hey, he did his job.
Hey, get a turnover. I can't be
Right.
mad.
I
That's
did what
just
I'm
all
supposed
was
to
to me.
do. Offense, y'all hit the ball. Y'all do
Exactly. Come on,
it.
man. Y'all go.
Exactly. I don't need to know nothing else. I did my job.
Exactly.
And like we talked about earlier today, uh, so anybody else that don't know, he had a incentive on his contract to get 3 interceptions all year long. He had 250K all year long. He got that
Exactly.
one.
Exactly. He said, I need that. I got some bills to pay.
He got a baby mama that's getting him.
Mama need a new house. I need some new shoes.
he said, he said 3. Bet I
Oh, that's
got you. Don't worry about
that's easy.
it. You playing Josh Allen too? All right, I got that.
Can I get them all in one game?
Is that
Bet.
against the rule?
Exactly. I'll be right
No,
back.
no. So you, if you can do it, you can try. I bet.
Exactly. I'll be right
hold,
back.
hold my beer.
Exactly. Let me see this real quick.
And I think Josh Allen and Whitehead are best friends because I
Besties.
think I think Josh Allen knew about him getting his money. He threw it right to him every
You know
time.
what? I'll take the loss in the first game. Here you go. Get your
you
money,
know
my
how,
boy.
you know how back in the day they said Megatron's over there somewhere or Julio Jones over there somewhere. He said Whitehead's over there somewhere.
Exactly. Here you go.
But yeah, but hey, you can't turn the ball over like that. You have as a franchise quarterback, as a top 5 quarterback that everybody say, you have to make better decisions than that. No other if and but you have to make better decisions.
Exactly.
And so you said your 2 top forms was Whitehead and Tua, right?
The Tua Tyreek duo
Okay,
and Jordan Whitehead.
okay. 'Cause obviously, you can't have a good quarterback without a good receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was Jordan Love this week. Jordan Love, obviously he's been sitting behind A-Rod for years. Pretty much did the same thing A-Rod with Brett Favre, and been learning from A-Rod and whatnot. So yesterday, and I say this, we both said that we thought the Bears were gonna have a great season and they're gonna turn around and all that. If we're going by week 1, that's not happening. Obviously, it's this overreaction week. But if they went by just 1 week, just the sample they gave, that's not happening this year because
Mm-hmm.
the Bears lost to the Packers 28-20 or 38-20, and Jordan Love he was 15 for 27, 245 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a good game, and I also have an honorable mention of Matthew Stafford, who had. Let me go to the stats. He didn't have any touchdowns. That's why I gave him an honorable mention. But he was 24 for 38, 334 yards. But the thing about it, he's throwing to Puka Nukem. How do you pronounce his name? Rookie
No
that
idea.
nobody knows his name. And to move along, this is my rookie of the week.
Okay. I heard
It was
about it.
rookie. Nobody. I didn't know who he was before this game. He had 15 targets, 10 receptions, 119 yards, and like nobody knows who he is. Uh, and just because everybody thought that I thought that the Rams were gonna lose because not having Cooper Cup and not really having anybody on the team. I was thinking that the Rams were going to lose. They were going to take a dud season and scratch it all and fire sale at trade deadline, like I said in the last part.
Yeah.
But just going off this game, they going to have to watch out for Puka Nukem, Tutu Atwell, and then once Cooper Cup get back,
Oh,
they may be able to do some things.
yeah. They doing something without Cooper Cup. Then shoot, when he come back,
Right.
and especially when he's healthy. You know, people forget he was a Triple Crown winner.
Exactly. Right before he got hurt with Triple Crown.
Exactly. So, all right, Matthew Stafford.
Exactly. and Jordan Love. Jordan Love try to say, okay, A-Rod gone. I got this. Don't even worry
Yeah,
about it. I got this from now on.
relax. I got this.
For the next 8 to 10 years, I got you. Don't even worry about
Look,
it.
he said, "I'm the captain now. This is my boat.
You be captain now.
I'm the captain now. Hey, look at me. I'm the captain."
So, all right. So before we move on to the next subject, I got a honorable mention for rookies. I got a lot of honorable mentions. I got honorable mentions for rookie performance of the week. Kind of biased. Obviously, I'm gonna talk about it. Me as an Eagles fan, I gotta talk about it. But Jalen Connor went stupid. He wreaked havoc. He didn't have like 3 sacks or nothing like that. He had 1 sack. But just the fact that the pressure that he got and watching him on film, used his hands to get the defender off him, or not defender, but the guard off of him, it's crazy. He using speed and power is ridiculous. He had uh seven pressures. He had what you looking at?
Continue.
So he had 7 pressures, and just the fact that it says at times he had to be triple teamed. Your first game in the NFL ever, and you're getting triple teamed? That's crazy.
No, you're gonna be a problem.
That's you go,
Well,
bro.
he is a problem.
He is a problem, but
Not going to be.
imagine when he gets experience.
Exactly.
This is a rookie. He green as hell.
Look, imagine
Imagine
when
what
the game slows down.
exactly. And him beside Fletch, boy.
Y'all cheating.
And we talked about last part. But even Jordan Davis looked good too. But just him, we look for the future. Once Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox retire, and it's Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are there, we're good. Just know we're good. Eden, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So who was your rookie performer? If that was your honorable mention.
Oh, Puka.
Oh, Puka.
Yeah, Puka's a rookie, so he's my performer.
Well, so my rookie performer was Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter. Yep. Seven pressures. Like you said, he had to be triple team. I watched the film. He was in the backfield all day against Mac Jones, running for his life. Couldn't, and that's the worst as a quarterback. I know the worst pressure to receive is pressure up the middle because there's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do. You can't step up. Most quarterbacks, when you see somebody come up the edge, you can step up. You can even get the ball out quick. But if you get pressure fast up the middle, there's really nothing you can do.
And
that's why
ahead.
Aaron Donald is so effective because he really just right there. Like you don't have to. The fastest way to the quarterback is a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to bend or nothing. Straight up the middle, bro. It's so hard.
And I was listening to a podcast from the podcast with Chris Long, Greenlight, and he was saying when he saw because Chris Long was on the team when AD got on the team, and I'm not going to say that Jalen Carter is going to be AD, but he was saying it was like 3 days in the camp, and he texts his brother Cal Long was like, I think I just saw the best tackle ever, and talking about AD, and then now he's saying it again, not ever, but he's saying he's the best D tackle I've seen since AD. He's saying it again with Jalen Carter.
Mm.
You know, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, I'll cheat.
It's gonna be we ain't cheating. He fell to 10. It's 9 other teams that or 8 other teams. 8 other teams that they had a chance to get him. But
He paid
they
them.
let him go.
Y'all paid them teams off.
Hey, do what we got to do.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, not only did he have 7 pressures, but they said he had a game-winning sack.
Yeah, the game when it's out in clutch mode because they were driving, and he had to make that set.
Yeah, that's crazy. You triple teaming a rookie in his first game, like as an offense, how do you feel? Like, yeah, let's triple team this guy right here.
We've been in the league for a while.
Let's triple team this rookie.
Let's dream.
They're like, Coach, why? Don't you see what he's doing?
He's destroying y'all.
Exactly.
Okay, Siri. Siri started talking to me in my headphones, so she started describing what a destroyer is. Which Jalen Carter is.
Jalen Carter.
It should have just showed a picture of Jalen Carter.
Exactly. So, like I said, I have a defense and an offensive one. This is the last time I had this. Mm-hmm. But Bijan Robinson, oh my God. He didn't have a whole lot of stats, but God, the way he making these defenders look, what? He's so shifty. He can stop on a dime. Like, he caught the ball out of the backfield and immediately pressed the juke button. Made dude look stupid. Like, that's crazy. He had 10 carries. He had 56 yards. So that means he had 5.6 yards a carry. I don't know why he only got 10 carries. I know Tyler Algier is your feature back right now.
He shouldn't be the feature back.
I mean, he's good, but he ain't Bijan Robinson. Everybody know that Bijan Robinson is a generational talent.
Exactly.
And then he had 6 receptions for 27 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown, I believe, was 11 yards. And that's what we're talking about, the one where he caught the ball and made him look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this dude is going to be a problem.
You sent that to me immediately.
Yes. Like, what is going on? It's 11-yard touchdown, but just how he was so
how he got
through them, and then he ran just through two defenders. Like, I'm like, this dude different.
What's going on with these rookies looking like all pros first game?
Exactly. Who are
you? Bro, chill. Like,
that's crazy because those are the 2 people we picked for Rookie of the Year.
So we know what we talk about.
Yeah, that's what we do in this podcast.
We know what we talk about. Come on,
exactly. Now. We know what we talking about, and we got the stats to prove it.
All right, but so what's a few things that caught your eye from this week?
Something that caught my eye. First of all, how bad the Chargers defense is. Oh my God. Jesus, we got, I can't say the R word, but we got taken advantage of.
Yeah, please don't say that word.
Yeah, we don't want to get banned. But yeah, man, we just look terrible. And then, on offense, Josh Allen, how bad Josh Allen and Joe Burrow look. Like, they're supposed to be top 5 quarterbacks. And I said, Joe Burrow, maybe I think it's a lot to do with his injury and not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
100%. He hasn't had a lot of reps and practice and everything, and haven't had time to get his chemistry with all his receivers. Even though he's played with them before, but it's been a long time since he had active game reps. So, or practice reps, for that matter. So 82 yards. He didn't throw any picks. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but just 82 yards. I'm like, yo, mind you, I had him on my fantasy team. He gave me 3 points.
Oh, Lord.
3 points.
So we didn't win that week?
Nah. Not at all. Not even close. I got beat by 30.
Ooh. That hurts.
I was lucky to get 100 points.
You got just 100?
100, exactly.
All right, so my thing, one thing I'm about the rookie, this isn't all mention. I just forgot to talk about it. But Zay Flowers is looking like a dog already. Like, once again, somebody, I know that hurt a little bit because you wanted to say. But once again, like we just talked about, rookies coming to the league, looking great already. But y'all need to chill out. Calm down a little bit.
Exactly.
Calm down just a tad. You look like a rookie.
I'm happy because we didn't get to see what Quentin Johnson could do because we was too busy running the ball.
why?
We had
Why you running the ball so much?
we had 235 yards
Oh yeah,
rushing.
I saw y'all have two of y'all running backs that's in the top 5 in rushing yards.
I said we finally got a two-headed monster.
And y'all not just using Eck for the pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that boy was toting that thing 117 yards.
Yeah. So my first thing that I noticed is Pat Mahomes needs Kels.
Yeah,
He
he
has
do.
to have Kels.
He do.
He can't function without him. The receivers he has, the people he has around his team. Like we said on the pod last week, that's why we picked KC to lose because they
Mm-hmm.
don't have nobody without Kels. Kels on there and they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Kadarius Toney is bad.
Is that the man had 8 drops?
How you have 8 drops in it? You like we talk about this all the time. You're a professional receiver. If you don't do nothing else, catch the ball.
That's it. I don't need you to get yards after catch. Just catch it.
I don't need you nothing else. Your main job is to catch the ball. Anything you do after that, that's extra. If you just catch the ball where you at, we're good.
A
But
good
you
game for most pro receivers is 8 catches. This man had 8 drops in one game. The fact that Patrick Mahomes kept throwing him the ball is crazy to me.
he wants who else he got to throw to?
Anybody but him.
And he was getting open because he's fast. He's quick. He's fast. So he's getting open, putting the ball in the right place, and just getting picked. And he the one that caused if it weren't for him, Pat wouldn't have a interception on his record right now. They wouldn't have a loss either.
Yep. But I'm glad he did. I'm so glad he did.
It doesn't hurt y'all as bad.
Nah, not at all.
Y'all still tied right now.
Exactly. Come on down to this losing record. Only person that got a winning record in our division is the Raiders.
I was just about to ask that, and that was a slug it out game too.
Yeah, they only won by 1 point.
Yeah, against the Broncos.
That's another thing. The Broncos still don't look that good.
Yeah, I saw it was flat.
Yeah,
Their offense just wasn't there. So maybe I don't know. Like we said, it's overreaction week, but maybe it's just is he not in no more?
maybe it's time for him to give it up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So so my second point that I noticed is preseason is important because the Eagles didn't play any of their starters for preseason, and we looked like it first game. We came out with a dub, so a win is the win, but we did not look good. But like I said, overreaction. A lot of people saying, "Oh, the Eagles are trash. They're not what they were last year." One, it was raining all game, so you got to change up your game when it's raining. Mm-hmm. Two, it was rust because none of our starters, like 0 of our starters, played in the preseason. Obviously, we had joint practices, but it's different to get on that field and get in the actual game. Right. And 3, we were going against Bill Belichick, one of if not the best defensive mind ever to coach, and we give him months to prepare.
Yeah,
like what we expect to have. I'm glad we came with. I'm probably came with the win after playing like that.
Yeah.
Because even like one thing Belichick was doing, as you know, a 0 blitz. Anybody else that doesn't know, a 0 blitz is you blitzing everybody. There's no help up top. There's no safety up over top to help if something happens. Mm-hmm. This man was running a 0 blitz, so he had 6 defenders with 5 linemen blocking. So it's going to be a free rusher, and he still had cloud coverage over top. Bro, what am I supposed to do?
Nothing. You can't do nothing.
There's nothing I can do. Try to find somebody, hope somebody gets open, and hurry up and throw it to him before I get sacked.
Right.
So it's just Belichick being such a creative mind is not going to allow you to do nothing.
Right. Well, my 2 overreactions is quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow. Them saying Joe Burrow is sorry. relax. Joe Burrow is not sorry. He had a bad week. I was mad. Of all people, I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that he's still a great quarterback. He's still my number 2 quarterback in the league. But he just, he was shaking off the rust. He's been hurt for the past 4 or 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So
He got hurt the first week of training camp.
yeah. And the Browns played a good game defensively. Like
Right.
you got to give it to him. Even
Right.
though
They got Jim Schwartz as the D coordinator right now. So
right, and you running away from Myles Garrett.
yeah.
So yeah, so
Who's playing basketball on the before he rushes.
yeah, like that's crazy. Just touring with people.
Right.
Like Joe Burrow, he gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be at the top of the AFC, like they always are. And once he shake that rust off, shoot, he might have a 300-yard game next game.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people, man. I be on social media more. I be more on Twitter, and Twitter they just be talking crazy. Whole bunch of people that don't know nothing about football that need to watch
Right.
this podcast
Right.
because we trying to give them the game.
Come learn something.
Come learn a thing or two. But they just, like you said, the overreactions, man. They just like, Joe Burrow's God, Tua. No, Joe Burrow's terrible. Tua's God. So that gets to my second point. Tua, he is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He just dealt with injuries. But to say this man is going to be the MVP of the league, no, he's not.
Yeah, he's second. He's second in voting for MVP right now. In betting for MVP.
Yeah. He's gonna have a good year. He's gonna have a great year. But first of all, Pat Mahomes is still in the NFL, so yeah,
he still exists.
exactly. And he had a good game if it wasn't for receivers dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's another thing that I got from that game watching the Lions and the Chiefs, that he needs Kels, but he's still an amazing quarterback because he
Mm-hmm.
was even being pressured, he hitting people right in the hands. He running away from pressure, stepping up in the pocket, hitting people right in the hands on the run. Like he's just too good. Like so, as long as he is in the NFL, I don't think Tua has a chance of being an MVP.
No, and even if they have a great season, Tua's not gonna win it. It'll be Tariq the winner before Tua does.
True. And they gotta get their team together. Their defense, we gashed their defense. Like
Yeah,
it didn't look good on defense.
right. Especially y'all having 207 rushing yards and y'all didn't even throw that much.
Exactly. We barely Herbert had like 260 passing yards, but that came like at the end of the game. For the most part, like in the first half, I don't even know if he had 100 yards passing.
Yeah.
Because we were just running the ball. We're just running every play. Even though I think we needed to incorporate a little bit more play action, but we was getting whatever we wanted.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. So what you said about the preseason is definitely true because a lot of the people on our defense did not play, and we looked terrible.
Right.
And that gives to that point of Tua being MVP. Yeah, they had a great game, but they had a great plan against Brandon Staley because Brandon Staley, he didn't adjust to what he needed to adjust to. And he tried to do something different from what he did last year. But what he did last year was basically the blueprint to stopping the Dolphins. Like you cannot play them 1-on-1 with no help over top. You're just gonna get gashed.
From what you've seen, Brandon Staley isn't really good at adjusting, is he?
No. And he
I've
was
known that.
coming to the Chargers. He was supposed to be a defensive guru. That's why we picked him up. I haven't seen it at all.
Where'd he come from again?
He came from the Rams.
The Rams. Yeah.
He came from the Rams. Before that, he was with the Bears.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about when somebody gets their opportunity to be the top guy, sometimes they just not it. Just like Jonathan Gannon last year. Even though we went to the Super Bowl, even though he did some good things, there's some other things that fans all year was like, why? Like, why are you doing this?
Exactly.
And then like we've talked about before, even him finally admitting that he's the reason we lost the Super Bowl because he was too focused on getting a head coaching job than when playing the biggest game of his career. But I'll go on a long soap about that.
I think you winning the Super Bowl is pretty good to put on your resume when you get a head coaching job. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
yes. Especially we play Pat Mahomes. Especially if you saw Pat Mahomes, you probably would have been the first person chosen.
Exactly. I think
Don't need an
losing
interview.
I think losing the Super Bowl and it being your fault, I don't think that bodes well for you getting a head coaching
Right.
job. I
That
might be tripping though.
I think that's why he didn't say it until now. He just not saying that I'm the reason.
Yeah, I got my head coaching job. So now this is why we lost because of me.
I'm the reason we
Why didn't you
lost.
tell us that before?
Don't let. I wonder if we play the Cardinals if they come to
Exactly.
Philly.
Exactly.
He might need to stay home for that game. Get his assistant to coach that game.
Yeah. But Brandon Staley, I gave him grace for the first couple years. But I'm like, because he was a first time head coach. He had never been a head coach. He came from like a D3 before he got to the NFL. And it only took him
Mm-hmm.
about 3 or 4 years to become a head coach. So I'm like, okay, maybe he don't know some of the things he's doing. He making a couple bonehead moves. He going for it. Every fourth down, it seems like.
Yeah, y'all need a
But
punch.
yeah, like, do you trust your defense at all? Like,
Maybe we
but
trust y'all too much.
exactly, but he's still doing the same stupid stuff. He's still not making the adjustments. I'm like, so when does this defensive guru stuff kick in? Like, and we have
Mm-hmm.
arguably on paper we have one of the best defenses in the league. So why are we getting gashed for 400 yards? It don't make sense.
Coaching.
It just don't make sense to me.
So you're saying he's starting to get to the end of his leash?
Yes.
I think he had the end of his leash now. If y'all don't have a successful season this year,
Oh,
or
he's
at
done.
least do something in the win at least a game in the playoffs, I think he probably be done.
He might be done if our trajectory of our season isn't going like they wanted to go. I think they're gonna get rid of him mid season and they're gonna make Kellen Moore the interim head coach.
So you think say halfway through the season, if y'all below 500, you think he on?
Think he out. But knowing our organization, we too scared to make that kind of move.
Especially in season, y'all probably wait till the end of the season to make it.
Yeah, after the season's already done. But we
Yeah,
need to make it because a lot of our roster, we pushed all our money to the back. So we're gonna be owing a lot of our players. We're gonna have to cut a lot of players. And this is the year that we got all of our players on contract and our roster is good. So this is the year that we got to win.
yeah. If y'all give it that head coach in season, y'all have to scratch pretty much the whole team and just start from scratch again. I know
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to do that
Nah,
because the people you got on your team you love.
I love all of them.
Love them like you're at their own.
Exactly.
All right, so my overreaction for the week. Obviously, I know I hate these people. It's the Cowboys, even though they're a good team. I'm not going to take away from them being a good team, but they put 40-0 on the Giants. It's not that they did against the Niners or did it to a good team. The Niners are trash. I mean, not Niners. I'm sorry, the Niners not trash. The Giants are trash, and y'all boasting about being 40-0. 40-0 is a great score, but it's to the Giants. Daniel Jones is overrated in my eyes. He always has been, always will be.
Yeah.
And to when I didn't watch the actual game. Well, I watched the game, but I was at the gym watching the game. And when I kept looking at it, like I think I text you, he had I think like the first quarter he had more completion to the other team than he did his team. Like I know they're a great team, but come on now,
Exactly.
we jumping the gun right now.
Exactly. Relax.
Relax. People got them
Relax.
as the number one team in the NFL right now. Relax. Exactly.
How?
Relax.
Relax.
Relax. I think I might make that the title to the pod. Relax.
It gotta be the title, bro. Relax.
But the same thing, like you said, these quarterbacks being trash, like Burrow and Pat and them, they're not trash. They're good. Relax.
Very good. Very good.
Very
Relax.
good. Those are the top two quarterbacks in the league. Relax.
Herbert not good. Relax.
Relax.
Like I don't understand. Like, we had 200 yards rushing. This man had 200 some yards passing and a touchdown with no picks.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Relax. But another one I have is the Bears need to use DJ Moore more.
Mm-hmm.
They barely used him. I think he had two targets or 2 catches in the second half. They're getting beat. Bro, use your weapon. You traded to get this boy or this man. I'm sorry. They traded to get this man. Use him. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, during the offseason, we saw y'all using them. Y'all in
On
the
screens.
preseason, in preseason game, everybody said, "Oh, Justin Fields is such and such percentage and this many yards," but he had -2 air yards because DJ Moore was doing all the work. Use
Exactly.
that boy. Get the
Throwing him the
ball in his
screen to
hands.
take it to the
Find
house.
exactly. Find a way to get the ball in his hands and let him go to work.
Throw another screen.
Like, exactly, like you did before.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. It worked the first time. Let's do it again.
Let's try this
Until,
again.
until they stop it, do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you run it 5 times in a row. If it worked, it worked.
Do it again.
If you're getting 10 yards of pop, work it. Do it.
Do it again.
Maybe go off for another play and then go right back to it.
Then see what it's doing. Maybe if it didn't work that time, do it again.
Do it again. Wait till next drive and then do it again.
Do it again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it. And let's side note, since we're talking about the Bears, Chase Claypool is terrible.
Yeah, I was saying I know last part I said I don't really like him, but he's okay as a slot. No, I take everything I said back.
They said I seen this post a couple minutes right before the pod. It said Chase Claypool is a monster. He's 6'4", 238, and runs a 4.4. He's just not good at football. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You said that perfectly.
Perfectly. That's why it's so funny, because it's so true.
Oh yeah, Claypool is not good, and that's what the Steelers saw. This boy ain't good. Get this boy out of here.
Exactly.
And he's toxic too. You can tell he's just toxic.
He fired at doing TikToks though.
Hey, him and Juju.
Exactly. If you need a TikTok, damn, he's your man.
But I seen clips of him playing, and if he's not getting the ball, he's just not trying at all. Like for blocks, he did not trying for going on routes, rounding out routes, and just looking like blah.
He's bad,
bro. You're in the NFL, bro. You're at the top of the top. You supposed to be doing everything right, and he's not.
I think he just got passed in college because he was big and fast.
Right, just because of the attributes.
I seen him get locked up by Asante Samuel on a fade route. Asante Samuel ain't nothing but 5'10". How that work?
You should be jump balling him
all day.
That's just like I forgot the receiver that Eagles had not so long ago, but he was supposed to be a jump ball receiver, and he ain't do nothing in the league.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, another overreaction is people saying that the Jets gonna go 1-16.
Nah,
they might not be as great as they were before.
Mm-hmm.
But last year, I think there was in contention. It was at the end. It was in contention for the wild card, and they didn't have Aaron Rodgers, and they just beat a good Bills team, even though Josh Allen was saving points. they beat the Bills. Like, they have a good roster, and they're gonna have somebody else step up. It might not be. It's probably not gonna be Zach Wilson. They're gonna have somebody else.
They're not going to get with Zach Wilson.
No, they can't. They're gonna have another free agent step in. Like we said, he couldn't even throw the ball past 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
They have no trust in that man.
No.
So they're gonna pick up a veteran quarterback, and they're gonna Keep it going.
His only past 10 yard, well, past 5 yard was the improv. He had to improvise and find a way to get open to get that ball off.
That's sad. And then they
Yeah,
have Garrett Wilson.
right.
That catch,
That catch was ridiculous.
that catch though. But that catch though.
But just the weapons they have on the everything everybody they brought like we talked about last pod. They got Dalvin Cook, they got Michael Carter, they got
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Hall, Lazard, uh, Wilson, like you just talking about Garrett Wilson, not Zach Wilson. Like you just talking about all these people, and then they just their defense, bro. You can't just give up on the season.
Exactly. Ain't
You
no
can't.
way that roster loses 16 games. No way.
Exactly. No
No
way.
way.
They gonna bring somebody in. There's no way you can just give up on the season after the first game.
I think
Just
they at least go 9-8.
yeah, they going instead of being the top seed in the division, they're gonna have to fight for a wild card. But
Mm-hmm.
they still gonna be in the conversation.
Yep.
There's plenty of older quarterbacks that's still out there. They
Mm-hmm.
still
And that
got
defense.
Matt Ryan out there. They still got
Mm-hmm. Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. They got Cap. They got
Mm-hmm.
even though these some are some of the greatest names as of right now, they still got Foles. They got what's name Ben DiNucci. They got some quarterbacks out there that's better
Mm-hmm.
than Zach Wilson that could actually make something with this team.
Right.
They just plug and play.
Yep. The defense they're gonna have to win on the back of their defense, but it's not impossible.
Exactly. Teams have done before. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl, just so you know.
Joe Flacco got one too.
Facts. Same
Mind you,
organization.
and I think Joe Flacco is one of them free agent quarterbacks. If I'm not
True.
mistaken.
It's true.
Let him do it again.
Exactly. I think
Yep.
I think Phillip Rivers feel like coming out the booth.
Hey.
I think weren't they talking to Phillip Rivers last year? I think the Niners were talking about Phillip
Niners,
Rivers.
yep.
Yeah.
Niners said if they beat y'all, they would have picked up Phillip Rivers.
So they got options. Go
Exactly.
get one of them boys.
It's sad though because I did want to see Aaron Rodgers play because for everybody, I was going to the Chargers and Jets game on I think November 6th this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of hurt that Aaron Rodgers got injured because I wanted to see him play in person.
Mm.
That hurt me.
Dang Achilles.
I know. We're on that Kobe Bryant.
Right. Then too bad he's old. So
Yeah.
while we're on the subject, do you think A-Rod comes back and play?
No.
You don't think it's it? You think it's it?
That's too much to come back to rehab to play another season. This just and then after them torn Achilles, he might never be the same.
Right.
He's already old.
I mean, he's not a mobile quarterback anyway, so.
Yeah, he's not. But no, it's a little bit of his game is he might not be running, but it's a little bit more mobile.
Yeah, he's more mobile than Tom Brady, but he's obviously not like Jalen Hurts or somebody like that.
He's not running. He's running to find somebody open. He's not running to get the first down.
Yeah.
He's just buying time.
He's better than Tom, but worse than Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
So but me, it's hard to tell for me because on one side, like you said, he's older. He may not come back from the injury the same way. And one thing about him, he's all about zen and doing things at the right time and whatnot. And for him to spend his whole career at Green Bay, he didn't want to leave Green Bay, but he felt like he had to. And then 4 plays into the season because towards Achilles, he probably feel like that's a sign from God or whoever he believes in that it's time to go. But at the same time, he spent so much time investing and probably feel like he has a say so in his organization to make decisions on the team and brought these players and this nucleus of team around the Jets and feel so happy to be there. it just sucks for him to end it like that. I feel like he may not want to end it on that note. That'd be the only reason I think he would come back. It's just because he put so much into that team for it just to end after one series of playing football.
That's a good argument, bro. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good argument. You got some good points there, brother. You got some good points there.
So it's just hard to say right now. It's
Yeah,
just so hard. I
yeah,
think
we
he probably won't have to, just like in this past offseason where he spent however many times he did in the darkness and trying to figure out what he's gonna do. He probably gonna end up doing something like that again because
yeah.
it's just hard to end. You want to end on top. You want to end healthy and on the top of your game and maybe win the Super Bowl and then ride after the sunset. But to end it on the Achilles, end it on the ground like that, I don't.
Four plays
It's
though.
right. 4 plays in the season. It's not even like he played half the season or even played the full game and then decided, oh damn, I tore my ACL or rushed my Achilles or something like that, and now I gotta end it. 4 plays into the season.
They said he played 75 seconds, bro.
Right.
75 seconds. That's not even a full 2 minutes.
Yes.
He played a minute and a half.
So things like that is the reason. Like I don't know if he's done.
Yeah, that's true. Well, a minute and a quarter, not a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But that's just you're right though. I don't know. That's tough. I would hate for him to end his Hall of Fame career like that. I think
If he was
he
just any other person, yeah. If he okay, I can't do this anymore. But being as A-Rod,
yeah.
I don't want to see it. I want him to come back,
I want to come back too.
but obviously
But
we
what his
we gotta
body
see
level
where
though?
we gotta see where he's at.
I think he turned 40 this year.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
39 right now.
39.
Yeah, he's 39 right now, and obviously he got close with Garrett Wilson, and uh I guess Garrett Wilson talked to A-Rod obviously, and only thing that A-Rod said was just, "I'm sorry."
Shit, you better make me cry.
Right. I make a crowd over football on the pod. I can't do that right now.
Nah, no.
But this whole situation just sucked.
Yeah. I hate to see it go down like that, bro.
Right.
I never want to see injury for any player. Even players that play for the rival team, I don't even want to see them injured.
Exactly. As much as I hate the Cowboys, I don't want to see anybody on the Cowboys hurt.
Yep.
As a football player and somebody just love the game, I I hate seeing injuries.
And I hate seeing stuff like that on social media, like happy that people get hurt. Like those are the people that I know have never played a down of football in their life
Right.
or never been injured.
Exactly. Or
I
just
know I just
they just heartless. Like not even just
yeah,
playing the sport. You just heartless. You have no soul.
yep. I just came off a torn MCL playing semi pro. And I know like that injury stuff ain't no joke, man.
Exactly. I tore my ACL when I was what 23,
Yep.
and it is no like the recovery to coming back. And
Yep.
Achilles is worse than the ACL in my eyes. I don't know if it's statistically worse, but in my eyes, I feel like Achilles is worse than turning the ACL. And
Yeah.
just from coming back from an ACL, how much that sucked for me. I can't imagine how it is coming back from Achilles.
Exactly. You start to like stop taking advantage of the little things. Like I was so happy just to be able to bend my knee.
Mm-hmm.
Like bending my knee was a process. It took me months to be able to bend my knee. Like there's no way you can wish injury on a player just because you don't like the team they play for.
Right.
It's
But
crazy.
get on to the next subject I wanted to say. Uh, what's the boy name? Xavier. That returned the kick.
Yeah.
Yesterday, bro.
Hmm.
Just his story. That's crazy. That he barely made it on the team. Had to fight to make it on the team. Grind, and then for the first game of his career, take one to the crib and to win the game, a walk off punt return. I can't imagine how that boy feel. That man feel.
Exactly, man. That's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
why I love football so much. Like stories like that make me keep watching football, and because it's not just about the sport, it's about like the relationships. It's about the coming out of people achieving their dreams. And it's just like football is just so great to me. Like I don't feel like in any. I know other sports have stories like that, but I think football is just different.
Right, right. Because
Yep, the love of the game.
it's how many people is on a basketball team? 11.
Thanks, love me.
So it's 11 on the basketball team. It's 53 bodies on an active roster for the NFL. 53 different uh trials and tribulations and things people have to go to make it onto the team.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we know basketball, they have their trials and tribulations too. We're not taking anything away from that or any other sport.
Mm-hmm.
But 11 people on one team compared to 53 different relationships and different things they had to go through on a team. There's nothing like football.
Yep, the brotherhood that you build with people that you, strangers that people that started out as strangers, you literally become brothers with these people, and these relationships last way past you take the pads off, take the helmet off. It's the last way past that. Like I've met some of my closest friends. I ain't gonna say my best friends, but some of my closest friends through football. Like Andrew, I met him playing football.
Mm-hmm.
He one of my best friends. Like so, like those relationships you build, they last a lifetime.
Right. And just the fact that I feel like football is the ultimate team sport. Other sports you get more individualized. Obviously, you need other people on around you, but LeBron can keep getting ISOs all game and score 50 points by himself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When Kobe was playing, Kobe was lying, rest in peace. He could take the game by his hand. Jordan, A.K.A. people could take you, Shaq. You can take the game by yourself and win the game. Soccer, you can Messi can take the game by himself. Obviously, tennis and whatnot, those are individual sports just by yourself. Football, you need every person on the team or every person on your side of the ball to do what they got to do.
Yep.
And
One failed
it's
assignment.
exactly it's three levels. It's special teams, offense, defense. Everybody has to be sound to be a good team. You have
Yep.
like you just said, everybody have their own assignment. So it's the ultimate brotherhood. You have to trust the person next to you at all
Mm-hmm.
times. There's no leaks. You can't try to say for a guard, somebody on the O line. Say if a guard tries to do the person next to his responsibility, then he's not doing his responsibility. He's gonna fail. You have to
Yep.
do your job and trust the person
Mm-hmm.
beside you going to do their job, and that's why it's the ultimate team sport.
Exactly. Because a linebacker could miss a tackle and go for six. A safety could blow a coverage and they go down the field for a touchdown. A corner could whiff on a press and get beat for a touchdown. A guard could miss a block and they come right up the middle for a sack. Like everybody has to be doing their job in order for it to work. It's like all 11 have to be working together. Like that's the biggest brotherhood. That's the biggest. You have to count on the man next to you. It's like no way to do it. Like
Absolutely, especially to be the,
that's.
the good team, to be one of the top teams. The,
Mm-hmm.
the the teams that don't have uh the brotherhood like that are the teams that don't win.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Cause
feel
they.
like the Eagles were able to get to where they got to. Obviously, we didn't win the Super Bowl, but I feel like the Eagles were able to get where they got to because we all have a brotherhood. Everybody trusts everybody on the team.
You can have the best team in the world, but if they can't play as a unit, they're gonna fail. It's happened
Every
many
time,
times.
every time.
It's happened many times. The teams look good on paper, but they can't get it done.
I was just about to say the game isn't played on paper.
Nope.
So we're gonna move this along. We stayed in that a little long. So we're gonna end it off with predictions. But before we go to predictions, we're gonna go through every game from this past week and say if we want to give any feedback on what we saw this week. So game one, well, as it shows on here because I'm an Eagles fan, Eagles come up first. So Eagles Eagles won 25-20. It was a tough, grounded out game, ugly game, raining, all that. We went over that. And if you want to say anything, just go ahead and chime in.
Yes.
Uh, as we saw, the Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0. We know what
Yeah,
happened.
Daniel Jones was running for his life.
I think he got sacked 7 times.
Yes, man, and I'm sure he had way more pressures than that.
Mm-hmm.
Another note, Michael Parsons is him.
Yeah, we said going win Defensive Player of the Year, and he's on the track. It looks
Yep,
like so far all our people that we say going to win.
because we might know a little bit about this thing called football. I don't know.
It's only week 1, but so far we're off to a good start.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next game is obviously y'all game. Y'all lost to the Dolphins, 32-34.
Offense look good. The running game look good. I think we got still a little work to do with our offense, but it's the first game with a new offensive coordinator. But our defense, we have to get that together. If we can get that middle of the pack, I think that we're gonna be straight.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the same thing with the Eagles. To go back, uh, our defense didn't look like it's supposed to. Obviously, we got a new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and they both need to tighten up because neither of them look good on the play calling this week. Next game is the Packers and the Bears. The Packers beat the Bears, 38-20, like we talked about earlier. Not much more to be said. Jordan Love had a great game to prove that he's the good person to have after A-Rod.
Yeah.
And Bears just didn't. They look flat. They didn't look good.
Aaron Jones snapped too, but he had a hamstring injury, so we're gonna have to monitor that and see how long he's out.
You said who?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Okay. Um, the next one was the Rams beat the Seahawks 30-13. Uh, DK Metcalf had a few good plays, but for the most part, he didn't really do too much. I didn't really see him do very much that game.
I think he's one of the most overrated wide receivers in the league.
Right. I think
He's just big.
like we talked about with Claypool, he is just the measurables.
Yeah, but he's way better than Claypool.
Yeah. He's better than Claypool, but it says DK had 5 targets, 3 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. On that that touchdown, he rounded way up though.
For real.
Yeah. So, but Geno Smith only had 112 yards and 1 touchdown.
Ew.
Right. So on to the next game is the Raiders beat the Broncos 17-16. That just sounds like an ugly game.
Yeah. I think Jimmy Garoppolo played pretty good.
Yeah,
But
he had it.
I had the Broncos defense. Broncos defense is always good. Had them in
Yeah,
fantasy. They got me like 5 points. They didn't do much on the scoring end, but they allowed 16 or 17? 17
17.
points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it says Jimmy Garoppolo had an even 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But it said
Mm.
uh, Russell Wilson had 177 and 2 touchdowns. It's not a horrible game, but it's not a
Yeah.
great game.
Yeah, Russ. I'm gonna have to see. I'm. I don't. Obviously, I don't want um, Sean Payton to right this ship in Denver, but I want to see if Russell Wilson could get better.
Yeah, especially from here. He's from our area.
Yeah.
So it said Russ threw the ball. He had completion to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different people.
Dang.
He even spread the ball around.
Exactly.
Everybody get past.
Right.
All right, so the next game was another ugly game, won by 1 point. The Saints beat the Titans 16-15. I didn't really watch that game, but from what I saw, nobody really had. Well, Derek Carr, it said he had 305 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. So it's
Yeah.
a decent game. Chris Olave had 112 yards, no touchdowns. So it wasn't a bad game.
Yeah, yeah.
I had Jamal Williams on betting. I put in a parlay for Jamal Williams, and he didn't get what I needed.
That's why I said no to that betting stuff, man. Nope.
It's like
I ain't won one bet last year. I said,
it's
no,
like a
this ain't for me.
it's like a drug.
Yeah. You
maybe
start
I,
while I'm ahead.
maybe I need to go to a meeting.
Need to go to AA for bet sports bet.
What is it? Betting Anonymous or something. So next we got the Ravens killed the Texans. I mean, the Texans are the worst team in the league in my eyes, or second worst. Uh, the Ravens won 25-9. That just sounds ugly. Scoring 9, even though 9 my favorite number, they just scored 9 points.
25 ugly too.
At least you got some touchdowns in there.
Exactly. What were y'all doing?
Let's see the quarterbacks. Stroud had a decent game. He had 28 completions, 242 yards, no touchdowns. It wasn't bad. He got sacked
Yeah.
5 times though,
Yeah, it's okay for your first time.
but he can't really do much about that.
Nah.
And Lamar had 169 yards of passing. I thought he was going to throw it all over the park, but apparently he didn't.
I didn't
Odell
need
only
to.
had, yeah, you're right. Odell only had 2 catches for 37 yards. Yeah, it's like I said, it's week 1.
Yeah, that's week 1. It's gonna get better.
The Jags won over the Colts 31-21.
Calvin, really though.
Calvin Ridley, I don't know what he did this offseason, but he didn't take a work.
Yeah.
It was like he played. It's like he trained every single day. He was suspended.
Yeah, but he was already that dude. So he just ain't had no drop off.
Yeah,
Now
he
he
he got
got
somebody getting the ball now.
T Law.
Yeah. So Anthony
Another
Rich.
thing is
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna take a big jump this year. I seen
Yeah.
one play. I think it was Zay Jones. He was running out and up. He threw it before he went back up, and it just landed perfectly in his hands. I'm like, talk about anticipation. I said
That's
that
beautiful.
as a quarterback, I was like, I almost shed a tear. I said, this is beautiful.
One single glory's here.
Exactly. I felt like a proud dad.
like you taught him that or something.
Exactly.
So T Law had 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Anthony Richardson had 223 yards, one interception, 1 touchdown, and I think he also ran one, and he had
Yeah.
10 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. But I think Anthony Richardson came out at the end of the game because it says Gardner Minshew had 2 attempts, no completions, but I think Anthony Richardson had to come out. I'm gonna have to check on that after the pod.
Yeah.
So it's funny. There's no bye week, so it feels like there's 1,000 games.
Right.
So the Commanders beat the worst team in the league, like I just talked about, the Cardinals. 20.
Rico, if you're watching this, count your days because he was the first one to say something when the Chargers lost. Like they ain't play the Cardinals, which is probably going to be the worst team in the league.
Right.
Commanders stink.
Sam Howell looked horrible. Watching the game, he did not look good at all. He had 202 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, and he also ran the touchdown then. But yeah, he did not. He looked out of place.
Yeah.
I don't even want to view Josh Dobbs' stats. So we're going to go to the next game. The Falcons beat the Panthers 24-10.
Or they're playing a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, I think he's gonna get better, but he has some growing pains.
Yeah, he had 2 interceptions. No other stat is really worth reading.
Yeah,
Wasn't really a great game.
yeah, he'll get better.
The Niners beat the Steelers 30-7. I know I have a lot of friends that are Steelers fans that aren't happy about that. Pickett threw 2 interceptions. He had one touchdown.
Christian
And
McCaffrey went off
yes,
157 yards.
dang, he should have been my top performer.
Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't pick him because I had him in my fantasy on my fantasy team.
you can pick him now. Honorable mention.
Another honorable mention. Him
Yep.
and Brandon Ayuk.
I already
Brandon
told you about
Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk.
You said what?
I already told your last part about Brandon Ayuk.
Right. Brandon Ayuk had 8 catches, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns.
You know
C
who
Mac.
should have been another honorable mention for top performer
Mm-hmm.
is Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah,
That
he went
man had, I
he
think he
went
had
crazy in the
100.
loss.
He had 138 yards at halftime.
But what are they gonna do with him? You can't do nothing with him. But when he play next week, he come to Philly next week.
Ooh,
See how
I
let's
think
see
we
what
played
happens.
them. I think we played them the week after that. But the thing about them is, whoever their defensive coordinator is, did what they're supposed to do because he only ended the game with 150 yards. So they must have made an
They changed
adjustment,
something.
something that Brandon Staley don't do. Obviously, they made an adjustment, and I don't know why teams have to wait till halftime to make these adjustments, but
Right.
he made the right adjustment, and they lost the game.
Mm.
The Vikings didn't win, and Justin Jefferson only had probably one more catch. So
Yeah, I don't understand why coaches don't, because as a former player and a former coach, whenever especially as a defensive coach, like I was, whenever my players come off the field, whenever the offense is on the field, I'll bring my players to the side, say, "Hey, what's going on? What do you see out there? How can we fix what's going on?" I don't know
mm-hmm.
why coaches in the NFL wait to the halftime to fix things.
I don't understand it.
It don't make no sense. It got to be
Mm-hmm.
something to it. It's not. It can't be just me that talks to them at the when they come off the field.
Maybe the head coach got more stuff he has to worry about, so they won't let the defensive coordinator make the adjustment. They probably have to run it through the head coach first. And the head
Maybe.
coach is worrying about the offense. Who
I don't
knows?
know. No, I don't know.
The world may never know.
So C Mac had 22 carries for 152 yards and one touchdown. Yeah,
22.
he should have been my on a mission for real.
Yeah.
My player game. So as you just talked about the Vikings
Mm-hmm.
lost to the Buccaneers. Ew.
Ew.
20-17. As we talked about, Justin Jefferson went off. Uh, Kirk Cousins had 344, 2 touchdowns, and one interception.
Dang.
Yeah, when you take away Justin Jefferson's yardage, he didn't really have a great game.
Yeah, but you can't do that
Yeah,
because he did throw.
it don't work like that.
Yep, they don't do that. He did throw to him.
I really don't know how. I didn't watch the game, but I don't know how the Buccaneers won because looking at the Buccaneers stats, they didn't really do all that much.
They did enough.
Right, a win is a win.
Yep, a win is a win.
All right, to move on to the last two games. The Browns, like I said, the Browns beat the Bengals as we talk about 25 or 24-3.
Hmm.
Joe Burrow is still actually good, just so y'all know.
Yep.
Just in one thing he didn't consider he's gonna be horrible.
Not at all.
Nick Chubb is still him.
Yep.
He had 18 carries for 106 yards, no touchdowns. I don't really know. I need to actually go back and watch this game because I want to see how Deshaun Washington actually did. He had 154 yards, one touchdown, one interception, and got sacked 3 times.
Hmm.
He had uh 5 carries for 45 yards, one touchdown. So I got to actually watch the game and see if he was actually how he was because I want him to actually be good again.
45 yards. That's a lot.
Yeah, 145. Yeah, 45 yards rushing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So as we all know, we all watched this game. The Lions beat the Chiefs. It happened as we were getting off our last pod.
Yep,
Um,
we called it.
we definitely called this. I didn't think it would be for these reasons. I didn't know an NFL receiver was going to drop the ball that many times. But 21-20, the Lions won. We're not really need to go over all that. We talked enough about that game.
Yeah. So let's run through these predictions for week 2.
All right. Oh, and one last game that I didn't go over is the one from last night where the Jets beat the Bills 22-17. We talked about that game enough.
Yeah.
So on to week 2. Welcome to week 2.
We're on to week 2.
So first game Thursday is the Eagles versus the Vikings. I think that we're gonna well, at least I hope that we'll right the ship and get better than we did last week, learn from mistakes, and come out with a dub.
Yeah, I got the Eagles winning this one. I think y'all gonna right the ship, and you already know how Darius Slay is on Justin Jefferson, so we ain't got to worry about that matchup.
Right.
And I think like y'all defensive line, I think y'all ain't gonna be able to give them time to make any plays, and they don't have Dalvin Cook anymore, so I got y'all winning that game.
And also, my biggest thing about that game is Bradbury is out with a concussion. So I want to see how Josh Jobe, who's had a great offseason, a great preseason and training camp, I want to see how he does against Jordan Addison. I think that's the matchup of the week to tell if we're gonna win the game or not.
Okay.
If he has a good game, we'll win. If he has a bad game, we'll probably lose.
Mm.
So the start for Sunday. Game 1 is Bears and Buccaneers.
Mm.
This is the hard one to tell.
I still got the Bears. I
Yeah.
think the Bears. There's just the running ability of Justin Fields. It's going to be a lot for the Buccaneers to handle. I think I think the Bears. I still think the Bears are going to improve from last year. So I think they're going to take this game to show that they, aren't scrubs.
So I got the Bears too. Um, I just I just see the Buccaneers. They're gonna turn back into a pumpkin. I just the last year when uh it seemed like every time Baker Mayfield gets on the team for the first time, he has a great game, and then after that game, he falls off again. So I feel like
Exactly.
he's gonna do the same thing. He going last game he had a decent game, he won the game, but then I think he's about to turn back to a pumpkin, and I think it's the reverse for the Bears that and actually see what uh, they failed in, what they need to improve, and I think they're gonna pick it up next game.
Yeah.
And next game is your Chargers versus the Titans.
I don't know because I don't think that we got to deal with that good of a passing offense. Even though they do have DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think that connection between him and Ryan Tannehill is there yet. Because I don't think they had a good game last week with DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
But we do. I gotta see. The test is going to be if we improved our running game enough to compete with Derrick
Yeah.
Henry,
Mm-hmm.
because we were at the bottom, one of the bottom teams at run defense last year, and it kind of showed a little bit that we hadn't fixed everything when we played the Dolphins. But they didn't. They only had 75 yards rushing on us. But I think that's just because they went away from the run and started passing the ball, which was successful for them. So I don't have to see how we fare with their run defense.
Okay. I got y'all winning. I just don't think that Ryan Tannehill has enough to 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 beat y'all. And obviously, you can't just in the NFL you can't really just give it to Derrick Henry every play. Every play. Obviously, we've seen it work. We've seen it happen, but I just don't feel like eventually you're gonna have to throw the ball. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has enough people around him. Even though he has, like you said, does have DeAndre Hopkins. He doesn't really have enough around him to come up with that dub. So I have y'all winning. Um, Next game is the Chiefs and the uh, Jaguars. I don't know why I couldn't say the word. The Chiefs and the Jaguars.
That's a tough game,
It
but
is
Pat Mahomes ain't gonna lose too many games back to
right.
back, especially not back to back. And from what I've been hearing, Travis Kelsey has a good chance to play in that game. And if they have Travis Kelsey, even though their receivers can't catch a cold,
Hmm.
Travis Kelsey is going to give them the spark that they need to right the ship. And I know Andy Reid is going to be on Kadarius Toney, so
Yeah,
I don't think them drops is going to spill over into next week. So I got the Chiefs winning this one, even though Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley will be a big test for them. And they got Chris, and the Chiefs got Chris Jones
Chris
back,
Jones back. Yep.
so that's going to be big for them. That rush up the middle. I think he is probably the second best defensive tackle in the league behind Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I
So,
believe that they're gonna win.
so I think so. I got the Chiefs winning, but I don't think it's gonna be by wide margin.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a grinded out game. Uh, Even though they might have Kels back, I I feel like the Jaguars have a lot of talent around it on the team, and I feel like the Chiefs are gonna edge it out just barely.
Mm-hmm.
It might it The line for this game is 3, given to the Chargers, not Chargers, the Chiefs, and I don't even feel comfortable taking that 3.
Not even a three though.
Not even the 3. I think it might be a super
Jeez.
close game. I think it might be a 2 point game, or one or 2 point game. So next game is the Colts and the Texans. Two rookies.
I'm gonna go with the Colts
Same here.
because the Texans they just bad. Their organization as a whole is just has been bad for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think CJ Stroud will be good, but not yet. I think Anthony Richardson is more dynamic with his feet. So what he doesn't have in the passing game, he can make up in his feet. I don't think CJ Stroud is as dynamic with his feet, but I think he's going to be able. He's going to have to get that chemistry with his receivers before they show any success.
Okay. I actually think the Texans may come away with this win by a close margin. The line on this is the Colts by 1.5 points. But so I think that's about right, because I feel like Texans are gonna use Damian Pierce. They will run the ball and only use Stroll when they need to. And um, yeah, I think they're just gonna just use the running game to give it a need. And they also have I actually think Nico Collins, one of the receivers, is actually pretty decent. He's not a great receiver, but he's not bad. And I think he may be able to come away with help them come away with a win.
Okay.
So next game is the Packers and the Falcons.
The Packers, just
Yeah.
by how their defense. I don't think they'll have Aaron Jones, but I think they'll be straight with the way Jordan Love has been playing. I think that they'll be good faring against the Falcons. It's not going, like you said, it's not going to be a wide margin because I think the Falcons have gotten better, and I think they are on the rise right now. But I think it's going to take a little bit for them to click all the way, especially with Desmond Ritter as a quarterback. I think that the Packers got this one.
I think the Packers got it too. Um I just feel like I just feel like eventually you're gonna have to throw the ball. You can't run the ball all the time. And from last game, Desmond Ritter didn't really have a really good passing game, and I just feel like that the Packers are more complete than the Falcons are, and they won't let them throw the ball because the only person they really have, I mean, they have the two people they have is Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and
Mm-hmm.
Jair Alexander, who's a dog, is gonna lock up uh, Drake London, put straps on Drake London. So I feel like Kyle Pitts is their only option in the pass game, and I don't know how far that's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Next game is the Raiders and the Bills.
Oh yeah, the Bills got that one.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a
Especially,
redemption game.
yeah, Josh Allen gonna redeem himself. He here to talk. He here to talk. He knew what happened last game, and his best friend won't be out there, so we ain't got to worry about him throwing 3 interceptions no more. Uh, but yeah, I think the Bills they're just too good as a team um, to have them. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo has met his match with that Bills defense. He's not going to be able to have a game that he had against the Broncos, even though the Broncos is a good defense. I don't think they're as good as the Bills are.
Yeah, he struggled. He got only 17 points against the Broncos defense. So
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think the Bills are gonna have a redemption game. Um, I just even though he may throw a pick because of Josh Allen, I feel like he he's not gonna lose the game for him. He's gonna try to prove why people have him in the top five. I'm not putting him in the top five, but I feel like after this game, people are gonna put him back into the top five of quarterbacks.
Okay, okay.
Um, this game is a little tough. It's the Ravens and the Bengals.
I think the Bengals going to win this one because Joe Burrow, like you said, you're going to have a redemption game. 82 yards. That was a fluke. That was a terrible day by him. I don't think that is consistent. I think that he's going to be able to, get his feet back under him. I think that he's going to pass for a lot of yards. He's going to have that chemistry, and not only that, I think Jamar Chase is going. He was upset about what happened last game, so I think that he's going to step it up. And I think it's going to still take a while for those weapons of Lamar Jackson to click. I think they're going to have a better passing game than they did last week because they're going to have it. I think the passing game wasn't as good because they were probably running the ball to run the clock out. I think they had about 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So three, three rushing touchdowns. But the thing that's going to hurt the Ravens is that the fact that they don't have J.K. Dobbins. They lost him for the whole season.
Yeah,
So we're going to see how big of an impact that has on the Ravens.
I feel you. So I got the Bengals winning. I guess, like you said, redemption game. Um, kind of like Josh Allen. We're gonna prove why he's the second best quarterback in the league. Um, and he's gonna stay at the second best for a while. He gotta have a horrible season for him not be second best in the league.
Or Justin
Uh,
Herbert take this.
or Jalen take this one. One of those happen. No,
They in the top 5 because Josh Allen not in it.
nah. I don't know who the fifth one.
Yeah,
It might be.
we
It might
figured
be
it out.
LJ. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Depending on how if Dak have a good season, he'll be.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
So I got the Bengals winning this one.
Okay.
All right, this next one is the Lions and the Seahawks.
The Lions.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Not much
The
more to
Lions
say.
is good. Yeah.
we'll leave that one at that.
Yeah.
Another easy one is the Niners and the Rams.
The Niners again. The defense is too good. Christian McCaffrey's too good. Brandon Ayuk's too good. Brock Purdy has been playing good enough
Mm-hmm.
to get the dub. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to wow you, but he's gonna manage the game well. He's gonna give you those touchdowns that you need. He's gonna be able to use his weapons the way he needs to use his weapons. So
Right. Um, for everybody that picks up Puka, not how you pronounce the last name, in fantasy, it's all nice. Don't play him this week because the Niners are not going to allow them to ball out like they did last week. So I got the Niners winning this one handily. Uh, Now this is the a game of the bads. The Giants and the Cardinals.
See, I don't think the Giants was as bad as they played against the Cowboys. I think that pass rush just got to them and didn't allow them to do anything on offense. Because they got weapons. They got
Mm-hmm.
Saquon. They got Darren Waller. I think Daniel Jones. I think he is an average quarterback. I don't think he's above average. But the Cardinals don't got nobody. They got
Yeah,
Josh. They got Josh Dobbs playing quarterback.
yeah.
No Kyler Murray. They lost Isaiah Simmons. Um,
Well, they didn't lose him. They traded him away.
they traded him. They were stupid and traded him away.
It's not like he got
So
hurt.
yeah, so I don't think they have a chance against him. I don't think the Giants is as bad as they played the other night.
Right. I agree with you. Um, I You may be a little higher on the Giants than I am, but I still don't think they're as bad as the Cardinals. They got some good weapons. They got their head coach, can't remember his name right now. And like you said, the Cardinals just have nobody. They have, like I said, they have Josh Dobbs, a quarterback, and they just it's I don't know what to say about them.
Yeah,
I
Brian Dable.
Yeah, Brian Dable is the Giants head coach, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals go on 17. I don't feel like it's gonna happen because they're gonna look up and win a couple. But if they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's crazy.
So the next game is the Commanders and the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos
Mm-hmm.
winning that one because of Sean Payton. I think Russ is going to be just a tad better than he was last year, and that's going to be enough. And that Broncos defense is so stifling. I don't think they're going to have a chance to do anything against that Broncos defense.
Right.
So I pick the Broncos.
I'm the same way. I think their defense is too good. Sam Howell's gonna get flustered, and it's gonna be all she wrote.
Yep.
So this game, the bad quarterback is starting. So we got the Cowboys and the Jets. I'm just going to say Jets. I mean the Cowboys gonna win. Zach
Bye bye.
Wilson. Zach. The line is 9.5 to the Cowboys. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
When I put my bet in, I'm putting Cowboys. I'm taking that 9.5.
Yeah. I
Um,
think. Oh, go ahead.
I just think that obviously we've seen that their defense is too good for whatever the Jets have. Even though these two good defenses, I think they're gonna get on Zach Wilson and he's gonna get flustered and he probably throw 3 picks.
Yep.
It's
And
gonna
I
be a
don't think
bad
he's
game
going
for
to play the
him.
whole game.
You think they'll switch him out?
Yeah, I think he's going to be removed from the game. And I think that Jets defense is going to cause a few turnovers for Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he throws a couple picks, maybe a fumble or so. And I think that the Cowboys are going to score on defense.
Right.
I
Well,
think some of their points are going to come on
you know
defense.
Rain is due for a few interceptions. So
Yeah, Dakota Rain Prescott definitely going to throw a couple interceptions here and there.
so the
He
next
almost as bad as Josh Allen is with them
yeah
interceptions.
he's Josh Allen's son.
Yeah, neck and neck.
So next game is the Dolphins and the Patriots.
If the Dolphins play like they played last week, then shoot, the Dolphins are gonna win that one. But you already know that Bill Belichick gonna have a defense ready for that. He gonna watch the film of the Chargers, see what they did and didn't do, and he's gonna make a adjustment to be able to stifle that Dolphins offense. And you already know how them division games go.
Right.
They ain't gonna be able to run around and make plays like they made against the Chargers. So
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. It's weird. The two teams that played, both our teams playing each other, but
yeah,
I think the Dolphins gonna win. It's too much speed on their team for on their off or yeah on their team in general to match up. And even though Patriots had a good game against us and their loss to us, Danny Jones played good, but I think it's too much speed in the Dolphins for them to do anything. They can get too much of a hole for them to bounce back, and it's gonna be a dub.
right.
Last two games are the Saints and the Panthers.
I got the Saints winning that one. Got a better defense. I think that Derek Carr gives them just enough, and I think that the Panthers having a rookie quarterback is going to hurt them. He's going to have some time developing before he's able to be a factor in that Panthers offense. He's going to have to learn that some of those throws that he made in college, they ain't going to work in the NFL. So it's going to take him a little bit, but I think that he'll be good by the end of the year. But it ain't going to be week 2.
Yeah, I agree with you. The same thing you said. I feel like Derek Carr gives them just enough, and I think that the Panthers need the time to gel together to figure it out and start to win some games. And I don't think they're going to be an actual good team until next year. So the last game is a double hitter on Monday. It's the Browns and the Steelers.
The way the Browns played last week, it's going to be the Browns. Because I
Yeah.
think Nick Chubb is going to go off. I think that's a division game, man.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know how them division games go. I think the Steelers may bounce back. It just depends on the quarterback play, really, because they both have good defenses. They both have good running backs. It's going to be if Deshaun Watson can put on the show like he did. Well, he didn't put on the show last week, but
Mm-mm.
he did just enough. So I think that he'll play a pretty good game, and I think that the Browns will win this one.
I agree. I think they'll continue on what they did last week, and they continue to have a good game. The defense is gonna uh, get to Kenny Pickett, and I I just feel like the the Steelers ain't not gonna have much to counter against the Browns. It's gonna be a good game, but I think the Browns still win.
Okay, okay.
So that's it. That's it for week 2. Overreaction week, and what we said the name of this pod gonna be.
Win.
Relax. So that's it for us. My name is Tony Fuller,
And then AJ Fuller.
and I hope y'all have a good week.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.